All right. My understanding, counsel, is you were appointed today. Is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
All right. Do you need more time to prepare?
No, Your Honor, I believe we're ready to proceed today.
All right. And Mr. Davis, you understand that this attorney has a specific amount of time to prepare, namely 10 days to prepare for a hearing on this matter. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Knowing that, do you still wish to continue?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. I'm going to show you what's entitled Motion to Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision. You review that with your attorney. You understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you the same Roland Davis who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2020 CR 10708 for the offense of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon on April 11, 2022 for a period of 5 years? Is that you?
Yes, Your Honor.
State?
Yes, Your Honor. On or about the 7th day of October 2022 in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant Roland Davis did then and there illegally use a controlled substance, namely methamphetamine, in a violation of condition number 2.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
State?
Your Honor, we'll be waiving the rest of the allegations alleged.
Any objection?
No objections, Your Honor.
Mr. Davis, did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 2, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes, Your Honor.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 2?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find violation of condition number 2 true. Is there an agreement?
There is, Your Honor.
What are you requesting?
We ask that the motion to adjudicate be denied, Your Honor, and that if deferred adjudication be amended to reflect and add a partial GPS for 90 days, work purposes only, monthly drug tests, MRT, and that the defendant be evaluated for DBRF.
All right. And defense, are you in agreement with that?
We are in agreement with that, Your Honor. If we could just ask the court for any of the GPS fees to be possibly deferred. Mr. Davis is going to be working pretty soon, and until he gets back on his feet, this would certainly help him out.
Why is there a request for DDRF?
Your Honor, it's based on the evaluation.
Okay. And so how are we addressing the issue of the positive meth?
Your Honor, it was a lapse in the judgment at a get together that he attended back in October of last year. It's something he certainly regrets, and something that certainly will not be happening again, and especially in light of the monthly drug tests that will be continuing. This entire ordeal has cost my client, his kids right now are currently in foster care. He's a single father. He's eager to get them back. He's eager to get on with this. I think he realizes the huge mistake that he's made in this.
Where will you be working? And will I strike that? What will you be doing for employment?
Right now, I'm a graduate of South Texas College for diesel technician. There's one opening for Corpus Christi. I don't know how that will work with GPS, but there's an oil field out there that's willing to hire me as a private contractor. And then I'm also working with re-entry for things like, and I'm just waiting to get to work. I'm not being picky either. Like Stevenson's or Kielbasa, they're all within the same pay rate from $18 to $21 an hour. So,
All right. So if you're seeking to get your children back, it may be slightly difficult to do that from Corpus Christi, but that's up for you and your attorney to decide. Who's your child protective services attorney?
It is, I can't remember his name.
That's something you should have on speed dial because it's involving your children.
Yes.
When is your next hearing?
I just met him. The next hearing is set like next year. Yeah, we're just getting the kids back. We're not being.
No, how's somebody giving you children back and you're testing positive for methamphetamine? And who is we?
I mean, me, my mother.
Let me have you raise your right hand for me, please. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, you are.
All right, you can lower your hand. State your name for the record.
Roland Davis.
Now, when you say we are getting the children back, who is we?
I have my mother, who's been a big part of court here lately. She came back into my life. She has been having some medical issues. Like she's a quadriplegic. That's the only reason why she didn't take the kids in right now. But she's starting to move around.
Let's call them children because kids are baby goats.
Oh,
Yes, so let's refer to them as children.
okay.
So here's my question. If you are the parent legally and your rights have not been terminated, and if you're saying we're getting the children back, the we who's getting the children back is not you and your mother. The we is just your mother, because I don't think Child Protective Services, and I know your attorney has done Child Protective Services cases, I believe. No, you have
I
not.
have not, Your Honor.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Well, that's okay. But you've been on the civil side.
Yeah, I have, yes.
But in Child Protective Services Court, if they are giving the children back to anyone, they're not giving them back to you because you're in custody and you have a meth problem. So they're not going back to you. So do you have an open CPS case? Because CPS doesn't set a hearing for a year from now. A year from now is you have a year to work your service plan. And then unless there's good cause to extend, it doesn't get extended. It goes to trial. So what is this? They reset my case for a year.
I have a service plan upon release. Upon release.
All right. So your next court date is not a year from now. You need to find out when your court date is.
Yes, Your Honor.
And I can tell you right now, if your children are being placed with your mom, that means that you cannot live there, because CPS is placing your children with your mom under the assumption that you are not having contact with them, because they don't want somebody who's using meth to have contact with children, at least unsupervised. All right, this is what the court is going to do. The court will deny the motion, find violation of condition number 2 true, alternate main conditions to include CPS compliance. With him, I'm going to want the UA hotline until further notice. And I see where you've missed reporting. Don't miss reporting again. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm going to want field visits 2 times per month. In probation, you can count the field visits as reporting if you want to. And I'm going to ask for parenting classes. If Child Protective Services gives him parenting classes, then those can count for the parenting classes. Proof of employment within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. And you both are requesting GPS. We'll do partial GPS. And that will be for employment and CPS services. And we'll do an evaluation for DDRF. Are they able to do that out of custody?
Yes, Your Honor.
So that will be out of custody, and the MRT. Is there anything else he needs, probation?
If the DRF is not, isn't qualified for the DRF, we are asking for intensive outpatient treatment, monthly analysis.
All right, so we will do that. And if CPS is giving him treatment, then their treatment can count.
Yes, Your Honor.
So we'll do intensive outpatient treatment through probation or CPS. Is there anything else, probation?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Davis, is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
Yeah, will work, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, we can go off the record. Mr. Davis, you need to make a decision on what you wish to do with the rest of your life. If your plans are to be in your children's life, then you must do what needs to be done. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you're not going to be present in your children's life, don't be that parent who flitters in, makes promises. The children think it's great. It goes great for 2 weeks or a month, and then next thing you know, dad is saying he's going to be someplace he's supposed to be and he doesn't show up. And it's the same thing with Child Protective Services. They have visitation for you. I know sometimes it's not as much visitation as people want, but I've had clients before, their visitation was once a month and they wouldn't even show up for that. So don't be that parent, okay? All right, good luck to you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Maybe
Sure.